Previously on a crash course for the ravers. The 80s were coming. And now, the exciting conclusion. Wait! We can't move on to the 80s before talking about Heroes. In 1978, Bowie was in Berlin. I mean, right in the middle of Berlin, at the wall itself. Heroes, the second album in the Berlin trilogy, was the only one fully made in Berlin itself. It was recorded in the famous Meistersaal Concert Hall and mixed at Hansa Studio, which was literally only a few meters from the Berlin Wall. Tony Visconti, Bowie's producer, recalls mixing the album while guards with rifles peered down at them through binoculars. You know, it occurs to me that everyone might not know what the Berlin Wall is. Well, Google it. But instead of talking about Heroes, the album, I just want to talk about Heroes, the song. Close read the song, just like close reading a poem. Perhaps on the first listen, it appears to be a strong declaration of the heroic nature of love. Love triumphing over adversity, love conquering all, love elevating the lovers above an evil world, intent on crushing them. Love tearing down the wall. Nope! The song is not Heroes, it is Heroes. The quotation marks are part of the title. What do the quotation marks do? Well, despite what lots of people think, quotation marks are not emphatic. They don't make words bigger or more important. Quotation marks, unless, they're actually being used to quote something, while they do call attention to a word or phrase, call the wrong sort of attention to them. They suggest that the word is being used in a non-standard or perhaps ironic way. We call these scare quotes. It's the difference between something being free and something being free. So, when the title is put into scare quotes like this, it calls the heroism of it all into question. It isn't heroes, it's heroes. I will be king, and you will be queen. Sounds good. Though nothing will drive them away. Wait, who's them? We can beat them. Yeah, beat them. Just for one day. Just for one day. We can be heroes. Woo! Just for one day. Oh. See? We often think of love in grand, heroic terms, and maybe we should, but that isn't what Heroes is about. Heroes is about furtively and defiantly stealing brief moments, finding small bits of happiness just for one day, in the shadow of overwhelming and in the end, inevitable defeat. In one sense, it is a cynical song, punching holes in the overblown rhetoric of other love songs. And you can be mean. And I'll drink all the time. The heroic moments of triumphant love are not eternal. They don't last. They devolve into a daily grind where lovers become mean to each other and get drunk. In another sense, though, it is heroic, just not triumphant. It is about love in the shadow of the wall, about minor, not major victories. Kiss here, an embrace there, but the wall everywhere. We're nothing, and nothing will help us. Maybe we're lying, then you better not stay, but we could be safer just for one day. The illusions of love have been stripped away to nothing. And maybe, just maybe, we could be heroes, but just for one day. We've been talking about the what and the how of poems, about how form is content, and how the two work together. A song works the same way. A song is not just lyrics, perhaps not even mainly lyrics. It is also its music, its vocal performance, and how these things come together. It is the totality of everything that is the song. So let's look at some of the what and the how of Heroes. 'Cause we're lovers, Bowie sings, only to deflate that with the limp and weak lyric, and that is a fact. Yes, we're lovers, he again declares, before flatly stating, and that is that. The lyrics are already a bit weak, a bit limp, unheroic. But Bowie's vocal delivery further deflates them. The delivery of each lyric is carefully crafted, and often the delivery itself, the way Bowie sings it, is at odds with what he's actually saying. But it's not just the difference between lyric and delivery. Heroes creates a strong contrast between lyric and music. The music, led by guitar god Robert Fripp's cool and steady electric riffs, immediately establishes the song's identity. But Fripp is known for his wild and extravagant solos. Songs stretch into 20 minutes as he ambles about and explores the music. Here, though, everything is controlled, steady. More importantly, the music establishes a sense of stasis, of things being permanent and fixed. Some songs build. They keep adding new elements so the music creates a sense of drama, not in Heroes. After the first couple bars, the music is virtually set. A few things change, a few new guitar licks, some synthesizers courtesy of Brian Eno, but the changes are not substantial. That main guitar riff keeps going. The music does not drive the song. So, the music does not drive the song forward. Instead, it is Bowie's vocal that creates the sense of drama. The song begins with Bowie delivering lyrics in a cool, almost detached manner, a sort of casual delivery at odds with the lyrics' heroic aspirations. The sad and melancholy way he delivers "We can be heroes just for one day" conveys a sense of weariness. But then, halfway through, when he gets around to the second I will be king, his voice explodes, expanding to fill the giant concert hall they recorded in. The sense of melancholy detachment gives way to a desperate shouting, and you can hear his voice stretching with the effort. But thanks to the concert hall's acoustics, there is a sense that he is shouting into an empty room, into a void. His voice is both big and small here. There is a sense of expansion, but also of futility. He can fill the room, but only for a short while, just for one day. The music, meanwhile, remains the same. When he sings I can remember standing by the wall, the indifferent guitars and synthesizers remain the same, locked in stasis, a cycle that eliminates the sense of progression. Even the backing vocals seem unconcerned and bored, and the guns, Bowie sings, shot above our heads. The indifferent music does not care. I think the genius of the song is the way the music and vocals fit together, or don't fit together. This is why we need to consider both what and how. It is often the moments when form and content do not seem to fit together that are the most revealing. It's like the music is the wall itself, cold, permanent, indifferent. It threatens to overwhelm Bowie's vocals, to crush it underfoot. The desperate Bowie shouts and strains, but that sense of futility remains. We could be heroes, just for one day. But he does shout, he does strain. The desperation in his voice is real. Heroes isn't about beating the odds. Heroes is about persisting in the face of defeat. It is about not lying down, not going away, even if the best you can do is shout against a cold, cruel, and indifferent wall. We can be heroes, just for one day.